Yo, what up, dude? I appreciate you clicking on this video. I know the title's super clickbaity, the ultimate drum exercise. Yeah, get over yourself. Everyone's got it, blah, 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 blah. I know, bro. But this, I truly believe, is an incredible exercise for so many reasons. And so let me just start by giving you the simplest form of it, or I guess the easiest version of it. We'll start there, and then we'll talk a little bit, and we'll get a little more complex with it, all that good stuff. All right, here we go. Okay, so you might have just watched me play that and said to yourself, this kid sucks, I could do that night and day, this is bogus. Or you said to yourself, I can't do that even a little bit. And both are fine. But let's just talk about it, and then I will preach to both audiences, I guess. You have obviously paradiddles between your right and left hand. The right hand's on the ride, left hand's on the snare. You have, for that version, the downbeats all on your right foot, your kick foot. And then you are gridding your left foot, or displacing it, however you want to think of it, whatever term you want to use. So you have the left foot going from downs to E's to ands to uhs. And then what I like to do usually when I'm practicing this, because I'm actively practicing this right now, is I'll go up to the uhs and then back down. So ands, E's, downs. Now, where it gets really tricky, as you might guess or imagine, or you might be already thinking this, when you have your kick on the E's or the uhs, this exercise gets real uncomfortable. And the uncomfortable part is the great part. That's why this exercise is so good, is because it is so uncomfortable and so just so not something you would normally be playing if you're just playing in a song or recording or whatever, that when you are just playing in a song, you know, you're playing with your band or you're tracking for your band or whatever, even if you're just messing around by yourself, when you've only got 3 limbs going or maybe even 2, or if you're just rocking, grooving, you're going to feel so good because you're practicing being so bad, I guess you could say. Just practicing being so uncomfortable that other stuff becomes so comfortable. That's the whole point of this. It's not like, oh, when am I going to use this? Dude, get over yourself. Okay? That's not the question you need to ask. That's a lot of times an excuse because you just don't want to sit down and try this out. So, I'm going to show you now the next step, which would be the kick on the E's and gridding the hi-hat. So, let's see how that looks and sounds. Woof. It wasn't pretty. I got a little squirrely in there. You know, I ain't afraid to admit that. I'm actively working on this, like I said. So yeah, if you are watching this and you're thinking to yourself, I can't even get close to that right now. I'm so far from this. It's insane. Dude, start with your hands. Start with the right hand on the ride, left hand on the snare. Get those paradiddles going. Take this thing real slow. You're going to then add the kicks on the downs. Get real super comfortable with that. Add the left foot on the downs as well. Get that going. Get nice and feeling good with it. Then, you know, that's the first time you got all 4 limbs going. Feel how that feels. Your balance, your everything is being tested there. Then, obviously, grid the left foot. Go to the E's. That might be the first time you've ever put a hi-hat chick on an E before. And that's totally cool. That's awesome, in fact. So get that going. Take it. I'm at 75 BPM. Take that thing down to 55. Take it to 45. I mean, turn the click off if you need to and just close your eyes, hyper focus on each limb and where each beat falls on each limb and all that good stuff. really rack the brain. Okay, now I'm going to take this thing up. I'm going to try to bump it to 85, and I'll show you the ands version of it, so kick on the ands. And then I'm going to try to go straight into the kick on the uhs. If I fuck up, I'm sorry, I'm working on this thing. But yeah, just so you can see how that looks and sounds and how it feels for me, and and let's give it a go. Yeah, woof. Not pretty. And honestly, I forgot. I don't know how I forgot this, but it is really hard to go from one beat on your whatever, to go from the ands on the kick to the uhs on the kick, because you have the left foot finishing out the phrase on the uhs, and then to go double left foot, and then the downbeat to restart and put your kick on the next 16th note. That's tough. And that's a really good challenge, but also that's why it's really good to go up to the uhs and then back down to the downs, because then it makes that transition a lot easier. So I should have done that, but now you know, and you saw me fuck up. So let's go. Now, I guess the important part here, the reason why I think this exercise is just so good, it's not just that it's so uncomfortable, and then when you go to play other stuff, you're going to feel so comfortable. I mean, that's such a big part of it, but like there's so many little intricacies and little things to hyper focus on here. Even just your paradiddle cleanliness, the space between the notes there, because we all play paradiddles and we all think, yeah, I can blaze through some paradiddles, but when you've got all four limbs going and you're just rocking some paradiddles underneath, you really, especially at slower tempos, can notice some not so goodness in your slow paradiddles especially, and that happens to everyone. And with every rudiment, when you slow it down, a lot of times guys get real uncomfortable and real, oh shit, because they're so used to just trying to play them as fast as they can. A lot of people don't take the time to just slow it down and see how that feels. And I promise when you do that and then you bump the speeds up, you will be so much cleaner and just have such better feel. I mean, that's a given. But just your paradiddle cleanliness, getting your kick to line up with your hands. It's one thing to get it to line up on those downs, but you're hearing it when I do it, like getting the kick to line up perfectly with the ghosted E or a tapped E, whatever you want to say, or the that's a challenge, dude. Even at those real slow tempos, or especially at those real slow tempos, and then when you bump it up, it's still hard. And then, of course, the left foot element of it. A lot of guys like to hit the downs. I do it. Hit the downbeats on anything we're playing, or upbeats a lot of the time. We're not usually gonna rock E's or U's when we're doing a beat in a song, or at least I'm not. But practicing that makes it so much easier to then just go into downbeats or U's when you're in a song and you're just jamming, just grooving. You're gonna feel great. But there's so many things here. There's so many different ways you can take it. You can then change it to inverted paradiddles. You can change it to reverse paradiddles. There's so many little variations you can do. So try shit out. Take this and run with it. Comment. Let me know what you do with it. Give me something to work on. Give me a different thing that you did with it that I didn't think of. And let's try to have fun with this thing. But let me know if you think it's cool or if you think it's whack. And yeah, gonna try to do more of these type of videos. So just let me know your thoughts. I appreciate it. Thank you. Peace.